Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Classic Cars and Guitars, coming to you live from Cook's Classics, my shop here in Clio. I'm here with my good friend Randy Wolfman, and tonight we have the Dead Pedal Dust Up coming here to talk about the show on May 16th and about the cause of why this show exists. And I'm sure you saw them the other night on our radio station on 1039. But like I said, the segments on there are so short, we really couldn't get a lot in. So we wanted to bring them here tonight to do a show to talk about this organization because it's not just a car show. This is something really coming from their hearts, and which is a term I never heard before. You called them zipper kids, which is, it does make sense,
Yeah.
and it's heartwarming. But me and Randy are going to do some talking with Corey Ann tonight and Justin, and give them a chance to talk about this great event that they do. And who wants to go first?
Well, first off, it's Justin Carlton and his wife, Corey Ann Carlson. Carlton, not
I was
Carlson.
gonna say,
Carlton. Yes, yeah. But you started this. Go ahead, start from the beginning.
Yep, it was your idea first.
We started it 3 years ago now. I came up with the idea. We're the adopted family at Vintage Torque Fest in Iowa, and we loved the show, loved everything they're doing, and we wanted to bring.
Mind you, we had talked about this before we went to Torque Fest.
Yep.
We didn't know anything about Torque Fest.
And that's John Wells, and he does
And-
the Helping Hannah's Heart
and
Foundation.
Gene Carpenter is
Yep.
the reason why we went.
Got it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So we went there, loved everything about it. Wanted to bring something similar to Michigan, the Midwest, and so I came up with the idea of taking some things from their show, taking things from different shows that we've been in all across the country, and I brought it to her, and she was 100% against it at first. She said, we have a heart kid, we have way too much going on. A show is a massive undertaking. I used to do car shows 15 years ago, so I was like, yeah, it's a lot of work. Finally, I just beat her down, and she agreed.
I think it was because I was sleep deprived and
So I started putting the word out there, and kind of came up with. I made a list of probably 100 different names, and I don't know, for some reason the Dead Pedal Dust Up just kind of clicked to me, DPDU, and it just flowed. And
now
people always ask, what the hell does that mean?
I was going to say,
I
we
was
need
just
to
gonna ask you
clarify
myself.
this today
Yeah.
because I was with a CHD family today. I spent 4 hours with this family talking about everything. And somebody else came in who is actually a CHD child herself. She had the same thing. I can't say it, Justin, what is it, Fontaine?
Mhm.
So the same surgery, but
And
so.
CHD is congestive heart disease, congenital heart
There you
disease.
go. It's like
yeah.
that was a mixture of the two.
Yep.
So we were all sitting down and I'm like, we're the dust up. And she's like, the scary place with all the masks. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, are you talking about like a terror fest somewhere? She's like, no, she thinks that our flyers were too scary. And so she thought that that's how our show was. Like, people don't walk around in masks and stuff. I'm like, it's a car show for families and kids. She's like, oh, and she's like, but Dead Pedal. I'm like, okay, have you ever drove stick shift or an older car? And she's like, and I'm like, okay, it's called a Dead Pedal.
The clutch.
And she's just
Yeah.
like,
But also that show, the original one, in which you still are doing it, and that was in that Halloween time frame. So the Frankenstein, all that comes in to think, oh, Dead Pedal,
And
it's a haunted
that's
car
what
show.
we were going for. I'm like, well, Halloween, October, like,
Yeah.
it's not. She's just like, that's so much clearer now. She's like, when you go on today, clarify that. Like, we got it.
And then we got Dust Up because we have it at the fairgrounds. We have dirt track racing, so the dust is flying up at the dirt track, and that's how that came about.
But getting back to the what you're doing this cause for, you have a child that was in this situation, and that's when you said you went out to the Turk Fest.
Yep.
And that's sort of great thing to keep that in your, could have went out there, you guys could have went out there came back, it's like, wow, that was really good. But to take it, it's like, hey, we need to do something like that. Like you said, a lot of work. When you're asking for, donations and volunteers, and I know you guys, I was at the first one, I remember it, and it was like, I remember, I think, talking to you, and it's like, man, you got something going here, and you were surprised that I showed up.
Yeah.
If I'm not.
I was. I was. You came
'Cause,
over to the
yeah.
merch booth, and I'm like, hey!
Yeah, yeah, no, and I thought that you got all the right things going on in that, and bringing on the people that you have, the bands this year. I mean, you got to mention them, but getting back to it, go ahead about the cause, because
Yeah, what
it's
is the
dear- here in-
reason so people?
Yep.
yeah, it's
know
dear
what
to your
they're doing.
heart. So,
Yeah, our son, he's 3 years old now. He's had multiple open heart surgeries. He actually coded and passed away basically in the hospital twice, and they had to crash cart him. Doctors are running in. I think there was 18, 19 people in the room at one time.
They were telling.
We were in the corner, just kind of no
And
idea what to do.
They were yelling at each other, like, get that family out of here.
Yeah.
And we were trapped in the corner. I wasn't leaving anyway. I would have sat on the floor and they would have had to drag me. I wasn't leaving.
But yeah, so many people helped us during that situation. We spent months in the hospital, living in Ann Arbor, 2 hours from our house. And
Slept on the floor for chunks of time because
Wow.
we had some,
How long was he in for?
2 months the first time, and then the second time about a month.
he bounced back really well. Like, they were very impressed with him on the second surgery. It's
got to say major kudos to the Children's Hospital in
Yeah.
Ann Arbor.
Oh,
in that
Ann
for-
Arbor is the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Saved my life.
yeah,
That's
I
one
mean,
reason they, one of our beneficiaries, I guess you would call them. We donate to Ronald McDonald House of Ann Arbor, where we lived,
awesome.
and then C.S. Mott Children's Hospital.
I spend months like talking to them about events, and I get their logos, and
Yep.
I've started building, I should say. I've talked to them for a couple years, but we're starting to get more and more familiar, and it's a good feeling. And like, we're completely honest. Like, if we would buy stuff off of the Amazon list,
Yeah,
like things
yeah.
that people need or something.
It helps
a
every little
kid
bit helps,
wants,
yeah.
like, if you're stuck in the hospital, oh yeah, I want to color, I want to read, I want to paint my nails. Like,
Yep. To be a kid,
yeah,
to do those fun
exactly.
things while you're stuck in. Because I've been actually the company I work for, and I won't get into it, but we did a few quotes to the Children's Hospital. When I went in there, and I know what you got to go through to get just even
Yeah.
in the main area before you even walk through the lobby and that. But you see donations of the kids stuff and the blankets and things like that in the winter. It's absolutely heartwarming and that. But one thing I do want to ask, because I don't want to get this wrong, it's not River, or is it River?
Ridge.
Ridge. So it is Ridge's ride, or
Yep.
Ridge Ride, because I think it was spoke
Yeah,
the other night. It
it
said
was-
River's Ride,
we
and it's
were-
like, wait a minute,
we
I thought it
were
was
laughing
different.
so
River's
hard.
our daughter. Ridge is our
River is
son.
the daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So it
Yeah.
is Ridge, the son.
People get the kids mixed up. Our son had that really long, pretty curly hair. Everyone thought he was the girl, and
Yeah.
River was our son. And it was like, at one point, do we even correct them anymore?
Right.
I mean, the names River could go either way.
Yeah.
I know boy is named River, and I know
But
girls
don't you have
named
3
River.
Yep.
kids, right?
We have
Cade's
Cade.
our oldest. He's 10.
Got
So
it.
how is he now? Is he good? Your son?
He's stable.
You say he's 3?
Yep.
The best thing I can say, like what the doctor tells us, and I told the family I spoke to today the same thing, and the other CHD, I'm just gonna call her child because she was a child when this happened. She had actually Dr. Zurich, the same one we have, when she was little, and he always said the heart does what it wants when it wants. Because you can ask him, when's this going to happen? How do you have an idea? He's like, the heart does what
Right.
it wants, whenever it wants. It's just it's not the most,
Can't be predicted.
yeah. And I mean, you hope for something better, but he's blatantly honest, but in a nice way. And the fact that she, I think she said that she was somewhere in the 80s. So the fact that she had Dr. Zurich back then
Oh, wow.
and
Yeah.
asked me that if he still did all this and he was still doing the same thing, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Especially in front of the family that I was discussing things with,
That's
because
great.
she's like, I'm so glad
He's
to hear
still
that.
doing it. He's still
because-
saving lives. Yeah.
I mean, I told her,
great.
I'm like, I'm not like bad mouthing anyone, but Zurich, if you have to come back this way and you need to go to Saginaw, Zurich. Like, I just kept, like, I made it adamant.
Yep.
Like, my son would not be alive. And I'm like, I don't mean that as in, you know, there's a possibility he wouldn't. I mean, he would not 100% be alive if it weren't for him.
Wow, that's awesome.
And,
Awesome.
yep, Covenant.
It's awesome there's doctors like that, you know, that they're all in. And it, you know, imagine all the different children that they are trying, you know, with different, you know, situations and
Yeah.
that. But it's great. And, you know, and look at what the negative out of a positive. That was, you know, so, but now look at what you're doing. You're, you know, carrying it forward, kind of carrying the torch in Michigan here. You got a great event going on, a lot of stuff going on. You keep adding and adding. And
Yeah.
I commend you for that because I know what it takes to put on a car show.
Yeah.
So do you, Bill. It's like, geez. And I'm doing my first fairgrounds show June 20th and 21st, where it's like, it's a whole lot going on
Yep.
when you start opening up the areas and that. But
So do you get to like see? Have you met any of the children that you guys have helped?
all of them.
All of them. That's amazing. I mean, that's just got to. I mean, knowing what you guys are doing with the cause and why you're doing it, and making people understand why you're doing it. I mean, that I got to tell you from my heart, that's
We've met a lot of children that we haven't done that aren't even from the area. We did a news segment last year, and you know, I'm an advocate. Reach out if you need to talk. I had several messages from people. I don't know if this is weird. I'm like, absolutely not. And
they're looking for support
Yep.
and they're looking for an open ear.
So-
Somebody that knows something instead of
Yeah.
having to explain everything
or
down the
just
line. and that.
listening, because you can talk to people and they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry, but
Yeah.
it's really good to feel somebody really connect with how you feel.
And to take the time to listen, because a lot of people are like, yeah, okay, I got about 10 minutes. What do you got? Yeah, okay, I gotta go.
Yep.
You know, but to have
That's-
that experience. Is
That's
great.
why our coffee ended up 4 hours, because we just talked about everything. And I mean, I'm very transparent about it. You know,
Yeah.
you want to know about the
No,
surgery, what,
And you put photos out on your Facebook
Yep, I
page
mean,
and that showing it's
we're-
not like it's not there. It's, you know, it's like, hey, this happened.
but, you know, people ask about what, I've had one person ask, what does the child look like coming out of surgery?
Yeah.
And I told her, I'm like, well, it depends on the surgery. Is your child going to come out with a closed chest or an open chest?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
and I mean, I flat out showed her some pictures, and we don't share all the pictures. And
Right.
I'm like, if you want to see them, she's like, can I? I'm like, absolutely.
yeah, and that's got to be traumatic for a parent
I
seeing
couldn't
that,
imagine.
that situation. Then you got to walk, you know, it's like, okay, visiting time's over. You got to go home and try and live your life, you know, and yeah, but that's great. But again, getting to the, you know, the dead pedal here, that's, you know, incredible cause, and you got it going on. And of course, we're sending our prayers and everything for the strength for your tough guy there, because he's going to follow praying your guys' footsteps, saying, man, my parents, they're pretty cool. They made it to where
We'll
I'm-
hope so.
I'm building hot rods now,
Exactly.
even though they're
Come out to the
electric.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna come out there.
But one of the things was too with the show and like the families and stuff. I didn't know anything about this. This wonderful family came, and they came just because they saw me. Like, I don't know who they were. I'd never met them before. I knew nothing about, and they came and they searched for me, and I was in the camper eating with my dad, and they just come in and they're like, are you Corey? I'm like, yeah. And like, they were so excited to talk to me, and it was just awesome feeling. And
Right
they
on.
said, you know, our grandson, and they just went all that and was like talking, and she's like, I love it that you're willing to talk about it. And then their last names was Carlton, and then I
Oh my
still
gosh.
keep in touch with them.
That's
and
great.
Then, I still keep in touch with every family that I've reached out with and
Well-
talked to. So
And that was meant to be, being Carlton.
This segment of Classic Cars and Guitars is brought to you by the experts at Cook's Classics, car guys working for the car guys. Located in Clio as part of the Cook's Performance Plaza, they're your go-to destination for vintage auto repair, maintenance, and full restorations. From tune-ups to frame-off builds, they do it all. Call 810-640-7683 or visit them at cooksclassicauto.com for more information.
Yeah, getting back into the cause of, the dead pedal dust up. What exactly happened with your son? I mean, was it during birth, after birth? Like, how did your cause start? With it?
I guess I can start with that. I had a horrible pregnancy, but every single scan, ultrasound, and whatever you had done. I mean, mine was a little more complicated because of my health, and it wasn't anything that would affect the baby. Everything was normal. They were not concerned. Heartbeat was great. It was perfect.
So a normal pregnancy going.
100%
Wow.
perfect. Not even a single glimmer of something being wrong. Not a sense of anything at all.
Wow.
And so, we went in and went through the whole awesome process of having a child. And when it was time, they handed Ridge off to me, and it was live, but there was no, you expect to hear crying or,
No reaction, no emotion,
and
nothing.
so it was like very muted, I don't even know how to describe it, and then I held the baby, him, for 25 seconds, and he got 5 seconds. When
Wow.
Ridge was born, we had our child for 30 seconds before he got taken away, and we didn't see him for hours.
So
Yeah.
the nurses and that were there, the doctors are there, and it's like
Yep, because
something's going on.
Well, yep. They took,
They started to work on him in the room.
Yep, because
After we held him, they started to work on him in the room, and then they took him upstairs like right away.
you couldn't, like I said, you
And she
couldn't
was
hear
asking, she's like, "What's going on with
I'm
my
like,
son?"
is my baby okay? Because there's no crying, there's no nothing,
Right.
And they're not telling you anything.
anything.
And he wasn't premature or anything
No.
like that. No.
He was one day,
One day early.
Got it one day. Okay.
so he was right on mark.
Because, some of that could
Mhm.
fall into effect
Nope.
there. But wow.
Absolutely nothing in my health background. Everything I did was right. All my markers
And they weren't
were right.
telling you anything, just took him away, and you guys are probably,
And they're like, you can
what-
see him in 2 hours. And we're like,
wow, what's going on?
okay, so, and then they came and said, you can come see Ridge, he's in the NICU. And so we're like, what is going on? Like, we're completely clueless. Everything's supposed to be,
Man, I couldn't even imagine.
we're
I
supposed to
didn't
be
even know what a
holding our
NICU was, to be honest.
child.
Yeah, right. If you're not
Yeah.
familiar with the term, yeah.
We should be celebrating and holding our child and taking the happy pictures, and instead
Wondering what's going on.
we're in a room with 5 or 6 other families dealing with the same exact thing.
Oh
You're
my gosh.
clumped in there and you have a little curtain. You can hear the other people talking to their children and to their spouses about what they're going through, and
Yeah.
we're all in it together. And so the very first time we met our son, he was in an incubator. I said that right? And he had, oxygen and tubes and stuff all over him. So we didn't see his face until, I don't know,
A week or two later, at least.
Oh, wow.
well, and it wasn't even his face. It was still so swollen that it
You weren't sure. Yeah.
still wasn't his face.
Wow.
So, I mean, do they tell you, like, what happened? Was it something coming out of the canal?
Yeah, that's what I was going to
So-
say.
What happened? How do you go from everything's fine to?
So we went to the NICU, and we sat there, and you had the doctors come in and do rounds, and rounds were, there's something wrong, but we don't know. Like, there's something wrong. Yep. And then again, and we had a little more, like, the cardiologist and another doctor were focusing a little more. So, which, again, those are fantastic people. But then rounds again, and Dr. Zurich was like, now, we need to go now. Then what happened?
So they were going to transport him to another hospital because basically Covenant said that his condition, they didn't know what it was. They didn't know what was going on. They just knew something was wrong with his heart. And they couldn't handle it at the local hospital. He had to go to a larger hospital. So it was between DeVos and Grand Rapids and Mott and Ann Arbor. And everybody we knew said, go to Ann Arbor. They're the best. But they were full. It was RSV season. They had no
Wow.
beds whatsoever. So our doctor called Ann Arbor, who he works with all the time, and said, if you don't take this child now,
Pretty much he's not going to be healthy.
Got it.
So I don't know how much that is related to his job, if it's outside of his job. And one of the doctors in the NICU did the exact same thing.
yeah,
He
they
wasn't-
basically said they will no longer work with that hospital again if you don't take him.
And the nurse came up to us and was like, I've never heard him raise his voice. He's just a nice, mellow man. And she's like, he raised his voice.
Wow.
And
That's
so
awesome.
him and Thurin, wasn't it? Dr. Thurin were our biggest advocates, along with a couple of the nurses. They wouldn't take no for an answer. And he would not, I'm not 100%, he would not be here if it wasn't
weren't
for them.
Yeah, he was.
That's awesome.
He was at Covenant for 4 days, and then they flew him to Ann Arbor. And he was there for one night, and then the very next day is when he coded, and they had to. Actually, all the doctors were at a U of M football game. Luckily, it was a home game,
Wow.
so they had to call them in. They all had to leave the football game and do emergency
Wow.
surgery right then.
That's pretty incredible. I mean,
Can't wait
got-
to meet him.
Yeah, I was in the hospital, literally watching the
He's
football game
He's-
as this was going on,
Yeah.
and then all the blue lights and sirens and.
yeah, code blue. Yeah.
Yep.
I've experienced that, but that's incredible. You had the doctor's support like that,
Yep.
the surgeons and
I
that
will.
to do that. That's
Yep.
incredible. Incredible. There's people out there that, that's
There are.
they're
And
just hey, it's my job. That's what I
it's
do.
not-
I just save lives. That's it. Children's lives.
And
No
the
big
fact that, the doctors that did this for us, they're so humble. Like, it's kind of like a similar thing. Like, Don, you can't not like the person.
Right.
Like, he is just, you walk in and you just kind of feel relief. Like, you don't know
Yep.
what it is. It's just,
And when she says Don, it's Don Carpenter,
Carpenter.
from Cannibal Customs up there in Unionville, which great family up there. And Don did so much.
you couldn't not like Don. Like
He not-
we were saying
yeah.
earlier, if you didn't like Don, then there was something wrong
Yeah.
with you.
But he did so much fundraising for the Helping
Yep.
Hannah's Heart, and it was here in Michigan, and that event was out in Iowa, where
Yep.
he'd go out there and take a check out there. They would cruise out there and be a big supporter of that.
Well,
So
I've been
And
to
they've been a supporter that family has supported us here.
yeah,
as
and
well.
I was going to say, but now for you to bring that to Michigan, and that's awesome. And what were you going to say, Bill?
I've been a U of M patient for probably 15 years now, and they figured out everything that was wrong with me. And then my COVID stay, I was in there for a couple months, and
Wow.
I've never met and Katie's a patient there. My wife is. I've never met every doctor there has always been pleasant. I got probably a dozen doctors I deal with down there,
Wow.
and everyone. I mean, even my personal doctor, I got a cell phone number. I mean,
That's
that's
very
how
cool.
much I've been there, and
Like our cardiologist, the one I'm raving about, who's just absolutely fantastic. I have his personal number.
I mean, great people. Everyone I've met down there is just.
Yeah.
I mean, like the guy, my lung doctor, actually teaches the procedure for the biopsy, nationwide. I mean, he's the guy,
Wow.
think
and that's the
that's-
doctor I got.
kind of the thing that the doctors that pulled the strings for us, because I'm pretty sure they did some teaching stuff, because he's a phenomenal cardiologist and everything, and he's very prominent at U of M. So I believe he was kind of teaching and assisting.
Well, I mean, it's a teaching hospital.
Yeah,
so-
it's a school.
Yeah, the surgeon
Yeah.
that did Ridge's surgery, she is the
The-
first woman ahead of the heart department
Yep,
in the
something like
United
that.
States, the U.S. heart
Wow.
department or
So
something.
we're like, okay,
She's a Harvard
Yeah.
grad. She's very
and
prestigious. And
she was, the very first time it was overwhelming. Like, I don't know how I felt. Like, we probably pulled her from the game, and
Yeah.
we don't know what the heck is happening. And so we were like, we don't know. And then we talked to her later, and she was just nice as can be.
It's just like a
Like
regular
a
person.
final answer, like what happened coming out?
So,
Like what?
And I
It
was going to
was-
say, what was
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
final
say we were
diagnosis? It's like, okay, found out all that.
so it was just something with his body. It
Is that a reaction?
Yeah.
But was it like a heart attack
Yeah.
he was having?
no.
Or
So your heart, you have the different parts of it.
the people
There's
that have a heart.
the,
I'm only kidding.
but
Trying to
no,
lighten it
Why are
up.
you looking at me when you say that?
No,
no, there's
Look
a
away.
PDA, and it's a generic way to say it, and I don't know how to make it sound, but there's like a little flap.
okay, like a valve type.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's so it's when you're born, it stays kind of like that, but within like 2 days,
Okay.
it closes on its own.
Oh yeah, I've heard
So-
babies being born with a hole in their heart.
Yep.
That's kind
See,
of a reference.
That's
Right.
like a VSD and an ASD. So our son was born with one of the largest. So
Oh.
this thing was just sitting there.
Got it. It wasn't healing up
No.
in that. Got
And
it.
At U of M, that's what they said. This is the largest, one of the largest, if not the largest we've ever seen, and that he's basically
Wow.
a textbook baby.
No pacemaker, nothing like that. Just,
Nope.
And so now is he healthy now? I mean, is he
Yeah.
being a normal kid per
For the
se?
most
part,
Because
yeah.
he's 3 years old.
Yep. I mean, we
You didn't have him at Hot Wheels though, did you?
Yeah.
You did have him at Hot
Yeah.
Wheels. Well, that was with Henry Winkler.
yeah,
Remember,
he-
we put you in
Yeah, that was
that.
actually River's first birthday.
We
was at
had the
Hot
Oh, that's right.
birthday
It was the
party.
right. It was. That's right.
we
Now I
had
remember that.
cupcakes with Henry Winkler.
Yeah. No, because I remember putting you in the pavilion where he was going to be at. So they got to meet Henry.
I
Got
was
pictures
so-
of Henry Winkler.
I
the
was so
Fonz.
against this because it was our daughter's first birthday, and then I sat there. I'm like, okay, like
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
really
he recorded
cool.
a video for River to play
Yep.
when she's older, like
Yep.
wishing
Oh,
her
nice.
happy
No,
birthday.
and I'm glad you made it up because there was another vehicle,
Yep.
buddy, that was coming out and he couldn't make it, and
Yep.
so you guys were the sole one. Well, I did put a couple others back there, but I wanted to make sure you guys were there because Henry Winkler had wrote a children's book
Yep.
and all that, so it all
We
kind of
got
tied in.
we got autographs. He gave us books for both River and Ridge, and
That's
then
great.
he signed a picture.
Such a nice guy too.
Yeah.
He's just a regular guy. The Fonz is literally like the Fonz. He's
Yeah.
just normal guy. Talk to
He was-
anybody. No ego.
Did he smack your car and make it start?
Yeah.
Not quite.
Hey.
No,
but,
he was awesome.
No, and he took pictures and that. I know with
Yep,
you guys. And
he
I'm
was-
glad you were able to make it.
Yeah,
I was
really good.
laughing because I was standing next to him when we were getting the pictures, and he's just like, "You're so beautiful." I'm just like trying to hold it together, and no,
that's
he
very
was
cool.
just fun. Like he was
Yeah.
lightening the mood. He came over, did all that stuff for our kids, and we didn't get to spend a lot of time with him, but it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think the old school guys are like that. Like the newer stars you hear about, stay away, stay away.
Yeah.
But it seems like the old school guys, like the Dukes of Hazzard cast and all
Yep.
that. They all
We had
seem
Tom
like they
Wolpat
just,
out there. Yeah.
let's hang out.
Yeah. And
That's
I will say with them coming out there and being a part of that, I got to give kudos to the Hot Wheels crew, Chris Troy and Mike Deasing and Pat Shirky and that, because they do a great event out there. It's free for people to come out. They're not doing it this year, but it's due to construction on Gratiot. But that's very cool that they wanted your car to be out there. Talk about it. And,
It was such an amazing thing. I didn't feel like it was right because it was our daughter's first birthday, and then the more I thought about it, like, okay, they probably won't really know who he is when she gets older, but
Right.
the fact that
but she
there
can
is the
still,
internet.
she can still say that story. It's like,
Yep,
wow, I
and
don't know.
then-
My parents took me met this
and-
guy that was,
I mean, we smashed cupcakes by old cars, a famous person,
Yep.
and a whole community. So
Yeah.
it was just,
no, that's very
it was
cool.
surreal.
But Ridge was out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you had all
He was
three out there.
terrorizing everyone.
Got it.
Yeah,
That-
he was,
man.
He
he running
was-
around like crazy.
Because I was running around like crazy. I remember being there, being there, just checking in on you guys. But that's absolutely awesome. So you want to talk a little bit about the event? I mean, I don't want to distract from because it's awesome, Bill. First off, to have them on to describe.
For sure. I mean,
Oh, they have a website too.
This segment of Classic Cars and Guitars is brought to you by the John Vance Band. John Vance Band is a 5-piece band hailing out of the Flint, Michigan area. Local country and western music. Find him on Facebook.
So you got to give the website out because you do have a website for not for the Hot Wheels, but for your cause here and the Dead Pedal and all that. But what is the website for the that people can go to donate,
Yep.
right, and do others? But go ahead.
the-dust-up.com. And yeah, you can go to the website, you can donate to the cause, you can learn literally everything about the event. There's a little bit about us and kind of our story and why we started it. And you can buy merch, you can buy tickets to the event, camping, pretty much everything you would need, you can find right on the website.
Yep.
So you can camp at the show? People camp for, what is it, a 2-day show or?
So the fall is typically a 2-day show, the spring's just a 1-day.
You know,
But you can
we're
camp
trying.
early, so you don't have to wake up so early. So basically camp Friday night, roll to the show Saturday morning, spend all day, and then roll out Sunday.
We do have people who are obviously going to stay from Saturday night to Sunday,
Yep.
and that's
So there's people
completely.
there to watch their cars and that if someone.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
mean, the campground or the whole fairground is all locked, and you have to have a code to get in, and then
Okay.
so like people were comfortable leaving cars, vendor booths, and stuff. I mean, and
So
then,
if
like,
vendor want to set up a day early, he can come out there and not have to worry about it.
Yep.
if it's purely if
you-
you're comfortable, that's on you. Like, but
Yeah, there's a whole campground. There's 65 sites in the campground with electric. And then right inside the actual event, basically where the cars are, there is vintage camping. So there's electric there, water, and we display vintage campers. People can walk through them, tour them, and
Oh, okay.
kind of get a
And-
cool vibe.
The date is May 15th is the Friday, but May 16th
Yep, May
is the Saturday is the event.
Yep.
Because May 15th, my birthday. So
Happy
I got,
birthday.
yeah, a
How
lot
is
going
the,
on.
What do you call it, the Power Wheels cars? Is that on the same day? The races
yep,
for the
they're
kids?
part of our show.
Yep, that'll be Saturday. I think that starts at 4 o'clock.
Now, can
Saturday night.
anybody enter that? I mean, is that an age limit on that?
Ages 3 to 9. Then usually we have rentals. I don't know if we'll have rentals this year or not. But if you have your own Power Wheels, you can bring it, race it. They have all kinds of different classes, from stock to heavily modified. Some of these.
30 miles an hour.
Yeah, some of
That's
these
crazy.
bottle car, or
I wish I
Power
had that
Wheels-
when I was a kid.
I
I'm
know.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, some of these Power Wheels, they'll go 30 miles per hour. It's insane.
What's the weight limit on one of those?
Yeah, right. Can it hold 200 pounds? But just real
You
quick,
know, some of them could.
Yeah.
but getting back to the camping and that, because don't you have camper rentals?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
we,
awesome.
$100 a night, super cheap. So it's cheaper than a hotel, and
Yeah.
you can stay right at the campground, brand new camper, and then use the amenities and enjoy the show.
That's Carlton Rentals, right?
CarltonRV.com.
Oh, there you go.
Is that
That's
you
what I
guys?
was leading.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Where's that at?
We have an RV dealership in Chesaning,
Oh, okay.
so we're like 3 miles from the fairgrounds.
Nice.
And that works out really, yeah,
Yeah.
it does work
How
out
many
really
rentals
nice.
do you got?
We have 6 rentals, 6 dedicated rentals, and then if we overbook, we always pull from our new inventory. And
But we do sell rentals too.
Yeah. Used one time
Everything's
type
for
thing.
sale.
Yeah. Yep.
So people need to book that stuff early.
Yes.
yep, we
You
already
set
have.
up for them and everything, put it out there?
Yep, we already have. I'd say half the rentals are already
Yep.
booked through some of the pinup girls. They're gonna stay. That way they can take all their time, do their makeup, hair, all that good stuff.
And that's Vehicle City Vixens with Fanny
Yep.
Bruiser in that,
Oh,
which does a
Fanny.
fantastic job. She does
Had
my
a fun time
shows.
with her the other night on
Lots
the
of
radio.
Yeah,
fun.
they were on the
Fanny.
show. Yeah, awesome. But you mentioned admission in that. Now, I know pre-registration for vehicles is already done, so you can't but you can go to the show and register your car, and that is how much?
$25 cash at the show. Basically, we only cut off pre-registration so we can order enough shirts.
Yeah.
So everybody gets a shirt
Yep.
that way.
And then if it's just spectators come in, how much is the?
Spectators are $10, or you can bring a brand new toy that we'll donate to the Children's Hospital.
Oh, wow.
Yep. You
Okay.
can get in for free.
So bring a toy and get in for free.
Yeah, and it's not like bring a little Hot Wheels.
No,
You're wanting
it's-
something-
Something
know.
at least $10 value.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
You know,
Right.
Yeah.
it just has to be an unopened
Yeah.
type
That's a good
of,
deal.
Yeah, that's great.
you
Serves a
know,
purpose.
Yeah.
and that's exactly why we're doing it. Like we're taking
It's for
toys
the
and
kids.
stuff to them regardless.
Yep.
But why not have them have the sense of feeling like, hey, I personally
Yeah.
gave.
And what's the organization that you are donating those to? Who is that for?
We're
These kids.
This is directly to the hospital.
Oh, okay, to Children's Hospital in Ann Arbor.
Yep.
Wow.
Do they
Very
take
cool.
that stuff anytime, or is it only certain times of the year?
I believe they take it anytime. There's a
But you
crate.
got to arrange it, don't
There's
you?
that
Yeah.
crate right out. No, you can walk right in and put stuff in.
Oh, they still have? I didn't know they had
It's
that.
still there.
Okay, got it.
That crate.
I thought in 2020 that went away, but it didn't.
No, it's there
Got
again
it. I would
because
say maybe it did, and then they brought it back or something
was-
like that.
it doesn't. It's
Yeah.
been there,
So
but
awesome,
We
you
were
can-
there as a whole process, but I think it's more open now.
because we were,
at the tail end of COVID.
but we were
Got it.
also like for our first event and second event, everything. We kind of went in as we don't know how to go about doing this as a complete beneficial affiliate. So
Right, like
we
a
still went in
501c3
and did
type thing.
everything.
Right.
Well, it was just like we didn't know we had to set up a whole thing and then meet everyone, and
Yep.
so it was more of a drop off. And
Yeah.
so and then like last year we had a little more insight, and I had talked to people a lot more, and they gave me ideas of what to do, when to do, who to talk to. So that started rolling more,
Yeah.
started making
You're getting more
sense.
information as the more shows
Yep.
you do and that, and
And-
I'm the same way. I still am learning. Right when I'm gone, it will be like 10 things I didn't know to do.
So last
That's
year,
great, though.
we were able to actually meet with the people who actually are in charge
Yeah.
of those things, which was really nice because then we could actually get, for the video, we actually had footage of us doing everything. Like, hey, this happened
Yeah.
because
And look at us, we're actually giving in that.
it's
not just-
hard to do if hey,
Yeah, the
that
first year we
person's.
didn't know what to do, so we just kind of dropped it off and left. And then people were like, "Did
We did
you actually
Amazon,
donate?"
too.
Yeah,
It's
it's like, what did you do with it? It's
Yeah.
like, well, we did.
Well, our son had surgery right after that too, so it was
Yeah.
like
Oh,
our
wow.
mind was like,
Yeah, somewhere else. It's
So
like,
it
just
was
let's
just like-
donate this.
we're just like,
But that's awesome to do the admission where it's $10 for a spectator or bring a unwrapped toy.
well,
Something that.
and
That's
then
great.
you don't think about it is, that Ronald McDonald actually asks for toys too. I never thought about it.
No, I didn't know that.
I never thought about it, but there are siblings that stay there for their,
Oh, yeah. Why their child's in there.
and so there's a big closet and you can go pick out a toy.
I know they do that. I've seen the blankets and the clothes and all that. I see, carts of blankets being, around winter and that
No,
being donated.
this is
and that.
this big closet just full of all different toys, and it was my son's birthday when we delivered,
Oh, wow.
so it was directly on his birthday. It just seemed it was so fitting,
Nice.
Got it.
and they took him into that room and let him pick a toy,
Pick out
and it
whatever he
was
wanted.
just.
Did you go in there and want something there? Just
Yeah,
like-
some of that stuff.
Some of that stuff was really
it's like,
nice.
wow, that looks pretty cool. It'd be cool to
Hey,
play
can I
with.
get that Mercury?
Yeah, but you're right,
So
exactly.
beyond the toys and stuff, when people come in, I mean, besides just being a good cause and everything, what can they expect when they come into the show?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you got an auction, entertainment.
Power
you
wheels,
got the,
racing,
You got the Vixens doing the pinup contest.
demolition derby.
Like,
Demolition Derby's fall.
what all are they getting?
Oh,
when they
it's
come
only
in?
fall. See, that's good to know.
Yep. We
go ahead.
tried the bands for spring. We're kind
You
of
got some good bands coming,
we have
man.
some very
Yeah,
good
we
bands
have
coming.
Union Avenue.
Yeah,
from Illinois.
great band. You had
They,
Del Villarreal's,
Yeah, they
good
played
friends with them.
Vegas recently. They
Yep,
played
Viva Las
all
Vegas.
over.
Yeah.
Then we have the Slot Rods, who have
Dave's
played around Michigan
great
for
band.
forever.
Oh.
Yep. And then Suburban Sun, who is Jeff. He's in the High Views.
Oh, okay.
The High
Great.
Views, people know them very
Yep,
well.
absolutely.
Great band.
And they're all playing that
Yep.
show?
And they were from out the west side of Michigan, if I'm not mistaken.
Port Huron, yeah.
Is that west? East.
East,
Where is
East,
it?
yeah.
East, yeah. Got to turn my hand around.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
Slot
say,
Rods are
surprised
from
you
Mount
didn't ask
Clemens.
me.
Yeah, Mount Clemens, yeah, Dave's band and that
Yep.
Slot Rods. And they're fun. They're like a surf band and,
Yeah.
and that type thing.
Yep.
It's very fitting. The bands you pick are awesome. And it's basically rockabilly.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, so
And-
we have the car show is kind of the main draw, and then like the bands, the pinup contest. We have 17 girls in the pinup contest.
We've
which is
actually had the
fantastic.
most in was it the state? At one of our shows,
Yep.
we're known for having the
besides
most.
Autorama, we had the largest pinup contest
Yep.
last
Yeah,
year. in the
besides
state.
Autorama, yeah, because
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah, you
little
can't compete
great.
with Autorama.
There was a wait list, and it was still it was still in double digits.
Yeah, when I talk to Fanny on my shows, it's like try to keep it at 20, 25.
Yeah.
And
that type
she's like,
thing.
she's
Yeah.
like, I'm like, that's
But
great.
getting back to the activities there,
Yeah, a lot
because
of racing too.
yeah, you got. I mean, there's something going on all the time in
Yep.
that. And what time can people get there? What time does it? The gates open for
Yep.
the public?
Public gates open at 9 a.m. and then they'll close whenever the event ends at 7, 8, 9 o'clock, whatever.
Kind of like at dusk when.
Yep.
Yeah. Right on.
Yep. So a lot of the cars, the awards for the car show are at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock. We want people to stay though after that because that's when the Power Wheels races are, the burnout contest. We have a lot going on after.
Well, you do the auction for the boards, the skateboards and that, but it's not with wheels, it's the board.
Yep.
People do put wheels on it.
Oh, I know, the toilet.
We did have the toilet, the golden.
The golden toilet driving around with a remote control.
I still don't understand, but I should.
But that was at the
But the
fall
fact-
show last year.
yep.
Well, this is your first year doing a spring
Spring
show
show.
and that, so you're
That's-
testing this out. But
Exactly.
bringing in the bands and that's awesome. But the auction, because that is part of that, done, and you have the pinup girls,
Yep.
part of that, the Vehicle City Vixens, they go around to
Yep,
do
they
these.
The artists from around the state, we provide them the skateboards and then they have free reign to do whatever they want. And
whatever. And I mean, it
Some of the
doesn't mean
stuff-
they're going to give us the skateboard back. They could give us a metal casting of the skateboard.
Yeah.
The skateboard's
I know
nowhere to be
I'm
seen.
doing a
but
skateboard, and I'm
but
giving it where I haven't painted
people
in ages.
do
but-
3D things, and we had amazing people turn it into a lamp dedicated to
Oh, okay,
Ozzy
yeah.
Osbourne, and they had done some beautiful things, but like last year they did Mars Attacks, and
Great movie.
the brain she used puff paint, so you actually felt
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And then was it Hellraiser?
Yep. 3D
The nails.
type thing. Yeah,
It wasn't.
those pins.
They were real nails that
Yep.
this person nailed through, and they were sharp because I cut myself on them. But people actually made them real. It wasn't just. And I mean, the things that people bring and the
creativity.
Yeah,
Is
our show's normally
unreal.
in the fall, so a lot of it's like a Halloween theme.
Yeah.
Where spring it's going to be a little bit of everything.
And what is the date of the fall show? It's October
October 3rd.
3rd. But isn't it a 2-day show then? Or is it only 1 day in fall?
So we're still kind of kicking around if we're going to do a 2-day or 1 day.
Okay. Yeah.
Normally it's a 2-day.
all of
That's what I thought.
The what's it called? The formal homecoming.
Oh, yeah,
Are
the
all
high school
land
stuff,
around
yeah.
that time, and so it's like it's hard for parents. Kind of got to choose their children over
Right. Yeah.
the
There's a
car.
lot going on. And I did
And
want
by the
to.
second day you're just exhausted. So
Yeah.
putting on a show,
I've
so-
been there. I know
Yeah,
that exactly.
You were showing me some pictures of those skateboards on the radio the other night. We should get some pictures of those so we can post it,
Oh, yeah. That'd be a great idea.
so that we can post so people know what you're talking about when
Yeah.
they.
Just to see that creativity and what you're
Because they were
offering.
pretty
Now,
cool.
I mentioned it, and the fall is like all of the tattoo artists, so this
Yeah.
spring show is actually really special because a majority of our skateboards are actually done by local high school students.
That's great.
So you're encouraging students around
Be creative.
to be
the
creative.
artists.
Their
Yeah.
stuff gets put up on a wall. Hey, I'd be proud of that.
Yeah.
For sure.
And mine could go for a penny, and I'd be like, somebody bought my board.
Yeah.
Like,
There's another event getting the youth involved. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just great.
and so I mean,
Really good.
it's teaching them how to, they're learning, and then the teacher who is in charge of all this, he was actually my art teacher when I was
Wow.
in school. So it's like a full circle.
And and it ties in with the youth, just like you're saying, Bill, that, skateboards, how many skaters you see, skater boys going around there, skater girls now too, and that, because, in that whole 80s into 90s, it was all about that. I
and
lived
then
in
you get 'em
California.
them you get them in them Power Wheels, and them kids are gonna be like,
Yeah.
it starts and then
Future
it's a go
racers
start,
right
and
there.
it's a-
We do
yeah.
at the Auto City Speedway. We have big wheels that the kids race and all that, kitty stocks we call them. And I say these are the future racers of the track right there.
Yep.
But I just want to jump back real quick, and there's one thing I was going to ask you when you were saying about car registration. That you have a cutoff of a year, because I know some of these shows do have, where it's got to be. I do it, and it's like 96 or older, or 2000 and older. Or is it open to any kind of make, model, and year?
So originally that was our idea. We were going to have it as a traditional rod and custom show.
Yeah.
Pre-69. But
We're new.
we're new, and after our first year, we had a volunteer from the high school come, 16-year-old kid, and he had never been to a car show in his life, and he's like, "This is the coolest thing ever. Can I
Cut it
bring my, 2003 Cavalier or whatever it was?"
Gotcha.
And we're like, "Yeah, definitely." So we decided to keep it open to all years, all makes, try to get the younger crowd involved.
Yeah.
And
I've always done all my shows at.
He won an award too.
Yep.
Oh, very cool. And
So-
I got to say, the outdoor shows, yeah, but when I'm limited indoors,
Yep.
it kind of changes my thing.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, that's definitely different though.
Yeah.
This episode of Classic Cars and Guitars is brought to you by Outline Design T-shirts and graphics. Outline Design in Clio, Michigan offers everything you need to promote your business or event. They design and supply custom T-shirts, stickers, vehicle decals, and signs and banners. Call Robbie at 810-686-7687 or visit OutlineGFX.com.
All right, well, getting into the last segment here of the show, we got to ask you, Justin, what do we got here?
Yeah.
So this is a 1953 Chevy Bel Air. A lot of people at shows and stuff want to argue with us and say it's a 210 or 150, but it is a Bel Air. It's actually a Mercury back window, so a lot of people will say it's a 210 rear, window. It's not. It's a Mercury window.
Yep.
It's chopped 3.5 inches. It's on air ride suspension. The quarters, taillight, and bumpers are 56 Packard.
Those Packard taillights, people
Yeah.
love those.
That
those
is what
lead
I
sleds.
wanted.
Yep.
All the trim,
All
all the Bel Air
Packard.
trim and everything's been shaved. Door handles, trunk.
Wipers, I like the
Yep.
little bullets.
little
in-
bullets,
Yep,
yep.
that you got up there, covering that up.
Yep, we use Rain-X. That's
Of
Yep,
course.
it works.
Yeah, inside and out.
Yep.
Totally.
headlights are Frenched. The grill is originally the Bel Airs had 3 teeth. We added 4 more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
A little more aggressive.
What's your
and
power
unique.
plant?
383 stroker,
Nice. And what do you, trans-wise?
350 turbo.
Okay.
So a lot of people with the tall low car shifter, they think it's a manual, but nope, it's an automatic.
Yep.
And you drive it everywhere.
Yeah,
that
we-
I know.
Everywhere.
Yeah, we've taken this to Canada, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky. We
All over
we go
Michigan.
everywhere. It's a driver. It's not a trailer queen. So
But anything you've
there's
had has been
imperfections, but
We've never
anything you've
trailered
had is,
anything.
as you say, has been a driver. Your Suburban, which was just in Cruising Media,
Yep.
but not as you own it, the person you sold it to. But it was nice to see it.
Exactly.
'Cause, I remember
loved that
seeing that.
thing.
I thought it was awesome. You had a Suburban. That
I
was,
loved
very
that
yeah,
thing.
ironically, we've had in the last 10 years, we've had 36 cars. And,
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
What?
lets me get attached to
Usually
him, and
every
then
year we'll
his,
build a car and sell it, and
You sound like my Uncle Al. My Uncle Al's the same way.
yeah, but
What?
he lets me get attached to certain vehicles, and he's like,
I sold
I
it.
sold it. I'm like, why didn't you sell that one? I don't like that one as much. No,
so ironically,
everyone,
the 59 Suburban was the only one we've ever sold in Michigan. Everything
Oh,
else
okay.
goes out
Out of
west
state?
or California, Florida, Texas.
Got it.
So.
So how many you have right now? I mean, you got this, and what do you got? What
We
else you
have
got?
3. So we have a 54 Bel Air that's almost identical to this, chopped, Packard taillights. That one's been a 6-year project, nothing but a money pit nightmare.
Do you do them yourself?
27-year project
Not,
eventually.
not all of them, no.
Oh, no.
We have a lot of help. We outsource a lot of the work. And
Well, if you need a hand,
Yeah.
just say it.
then
Yeah,
we got
they do a lot of
chopped
mechanics work here at Cooks
52 Styline Deluxe, Chevy Styline Deluxe.
I love that thing.
So that one's actually in St. John's at Gas X Garage, getting the windows cut down and
That one's mine.
finished. And
Got it.
Everything fits it just right. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I even like your wheel combination. What are these? What are these? Just smoothies?
Yep,
With
smoothies
the
with a bullet cap.
bullet caps.
Yep.
And I like the theme that you carry through with the bullets and all that. But that's awesome.
Yep, even the license plate, little covers, got the bullets to it.
Yeah.
How does it?
I remember
The
getting
interior's
those off
gorgeous,
J.C.
too.
Whitney
Yeah,
and that back in the
exactly.
day.
Yep.
Oh, our other biggest thing, people argue about what type of car it is. You're wrong. I'm right. Okay, it's our car. Is the color. Is it blue? Is it purple?
I'm just going to throw it out there because that's a really good thing because I've
Oh,
seen that.
I have watched
And,
grown men argue over this at
and
shows.
I'm going to say it's like a violet. It's like a purple.
It's
or
blurple.
Blurple. Oh, I was going to say indigo.
Blurple. That's the
Blurple.
best way we have.
Depends on what sunlight or the cloud.
You're both right. And then the kids absolutely love it. There's the blurple car. So it's like,
It's beautiful.
it just stuck. So, it's kind of silly,
Now,
but
did you build the car, or did you just get it and then you modified it and
Yep.
then did you paint it?
No.
No. Okay.
You got it the way it is.
Yep. So I got it. It was chopped already. It had sat for. I got it out of Southern California, and it sat for 14 years, 15 years.
Oh, wow.
And then a good friend of ours, Jason, he helped do a lot of the work and get it back to what it is now. And yeah, this was a magazine car, a cover car out in California in
wow.
the 70s, 60s, 70s, those kind
You
of
should
thing.
research that and find it and, do some
Yeah, you got any,
display
like,
We've
for it.
talked to
documentation
some of
on
the
that?
guy,
A little bit,
the
yeah.
guy about
Nice.
some of the stuff and everything. So, but
How's that ride with that suspension?
Pretty good. The only thing, we don't have any shocks in the front.
front shocks.
So that's our project this spring is adding shocks in the front. Because if we don't ride it with
It's
basically an inch
slightly
off the ground, you're hitting bumps
feeling
and you're
it.
feeling it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got to drive it like this?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, if there's too much air in the bags, it's bouncy.
No problems turning
and-
or nothing?
Nope.
Nice.
And besides all of that, you have a regular job.
Yeah.
You have a real estate company.
jobs,
yeah.
yeah.
I was going to say
Real
the real estate,
estate.
the rental, and
we do
and that.
marketing.
Got it.
If we own a marketing company, we own, I do real estate, and then we own an RV dealership. Our family
And
owns an
we
RV.
have Ridge's Ride.
Yep. And then Ridge's Ride Heart Collective is what we do to donate to all the Heart Kids and the Heart Foundations.
Yep.
And it's a cool logo you guys have for that too, man. That's pretty cool. I checked that out. But that's awesome, man. That's awesome, and that's an awesome cause. And the Dead Pedal Dust Up, that's great that you've expanded it from the fall show to now spring show. So you got two happening, and that where is that at now? Again,
The Saginaw County Fairgrounds in Chesning,
and that's on May 16th.
May 16th, and then the fall is October 3rd.
Got it.
And it's $10 for spectators or bring a toy.
Yep.
And then, what is it?
$25.
$25 for the car.
Show cars, and then if you want to camp, $39 a night.
Is it already booked? Is there's still room for cars?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
there's a whole driveway, a nice driveway.
Yep.
That you drive up. Myself or someone will be there. We'll help you with the paperwork. You'll get your little goodies, and then nice flat thing going right to the car.
Just so people know too, before we check out, a lot of people nowadays, don't carry cash anymore. Is you guys take card so people know, or is it cash only?
Cash only at the gate. If you want to buy merch or do donations or the art auction, you can do Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, credit card, anything like that.
So everybody remember that it's cash only at the gate
Yeah.
Or a toy.
or a toy.
And
you're
with
expecting-
If you're a spectator. Yes.
I don't know if we talked about it or if we skipped over, but vendors. You have vendors there.
Yep.
And I think didn't you have Hop Up there one year, or is it not?
No, we'd love to have them.
Yeah, so would I. I talked to them. I thought it was at your show, but maybe it wasn't. But you have plenty of vendors up there. Is there room for more vendors? Are you still looking for vendors? And
is.
I saw you're looking for volunteers as
We
well.
need
Yep.
volunteers. We need sponsors. Everything's. This is
Yeah.
important to us, and
What my days consist of through the day.
this is all coming out of our pocket, and
Yep.
we don't have
Oh.
much. We have.
Same here.
Yeah,
We
the
have-
event costs basically $18,000 to put on with the bands, the insurance.
The insurance. I was going to say,
Yeah, insurance
first
is
one.
insane.
Yeah.
We know what that's
Running
all
the
like.
venue,
Yeah.
all those kind of expenses.
So
it's-
anyone
we
that
rely
wants
heavily
to,
on sponsors.
wants to give to a good cause.
So what's the sponsorship rate start at? Is there like a
$100 on up to $2,500. $2,500 would be a title sponsor, so we will advertise the crap out of you if you give us $2,500. But yeah, a lot of our sponsors are $100, and even $100 goes a long way.
We're very thankful for. And then if they can't give money, we've been given tickets to races, and
Ooh, Yeah. Speaking of that, I got tickets that if you run into me at any of the shows, I got tickets for the Emily City show.
not anymore.
But no, if you see me anywhere, I will be giving away some comp tickets. But getting back to it, your vendors and that, and the sponsorships and that's awesome because I got to say, you guys are all over social media. I mean, you can't open up Facebook without seeing something. But food, is there going to be food there?
Oh yes,
6 food trucks.
all very good.
Yep.
Got it. So everything from
Desserts
barbecue,
to
tacos, and
pizza, tacos, anything you can think of.
there's like a beer tent?
There
we
should
have.
be.
We want to do that, but volunteers, sponsors.
yeah.
Getting the liquor license, all
Yep,
that.
it-
And that might
cost-
be something for October you look into.
If we can if
Because
we
there's a
can-
lot to it, and
Yeah.
I can help you out with that to give you a little bit of insight. Not that I do it, but I know people that
No,
do, and they give me the insight.
we would.
I can tell you how to fill out the paperwork because we did it for.
I was gonna say we will gladly take all of the help.
Oh yeah, you
did.
did it probably for Swartz Creek.
Yeah, I did it for we ran the beer tent at Swartz Creek for 11 years too.
Yeah,
so,
so
Yeah, beer tent.
so I know how to.
We
do
have
all
so
that.
Pancake
many things
breakfast,
that
we
we
have
would love
a lot
to
of
do.
things.
That's what I'm
It's
saying. A
just,
501c3 is what you guys really need to do.
yep, and it's coming. It's just,
But you will have food there. There's
Oh,
going to
yeah,
be
no.
vendors there. There's going to be a car show. There's going to be live music and a DJ too, or is
Yep,
it?
we'll have a DJ
too. You got contests going on. You got the Vehicle City Vixens doing the. There's a lot of stuff going on one day. So let's go get out there in the morning. And as I said, I'll
gonna
be
be a
out
good
there. I'll
show.
be giving you some stuff to give away in that. But there's a whole lot to do, man.
Yep.
It's going
Yeah,
to
we
be a fun
wanted
time.
to kind of make it an event so you're not just sitting in the lawn chair falling asleep.
Yeah.
We wanted you to have something every hour at least to go and see
Well,
and do. And
the year I went, the very first year you guys did it, I thought it was really awesome because I knew people up there for one, and people I didn't even know. There was people wearing my swag, and I was like, what? And it was way cool. But there was something to do, and when you get inside the building where the auction is and the pin up and that, because it isn't just all outside. There is some
No.
indoor stuff. So
Inside
there's
has-
quite a bit going on up there, and now you've been adding and adding and adding,
yeah.
and that's great.
There's indoor vendors and
yeah, we have 40,
Our-
40 vendors total.
Oh,
So
wow.
we have a lot of
Nice.
vendors.
Man, that's awesome.
we
We do try to do 6 to 10 featured cars inside the building. So the
Yeah.
famous race cars, customs, rat rods.
We had
something cool.
Ferguson's
Yeah.
Dodge Wayfarer in there, and he
Yep.
actually blew a bag
oh
on
god,
that.
I felt so bad.
Was that last year?
No, it was the first year.
Oh, that was the first year. okay,
Rolling
'cause
around on the ground.
Yeah,
Um,
trying to get the car up to replace that bag and
Yep.
that because, oh man, gosh, the photographer came up. I can't. How am I spacing on his name right
Bradley.
now? Yeah, Bradley.
Yep.
Yeah, good guy too. Great
Yep.
photographer as well. This is awesome, man. Again, Dead Pedal Dust Up, May 16th coming up, just a couple weeks. And that I'm sure you're probably still doing stuff, but you're still looking for sponsors, volunteers, and can't get a better deal for the price. That's what I try to do with my shows. Have it
Yeah,
where it's
I mean,
affordable.
Yep.
With even the Spectacular I did last year, it was $10 to get in.
Yep.
And you got to see a bunch of stuff. $10. That's easy.
$10 or a toy.
Yep.
And
10 bucks,
kids
go to a
under,
good cause.
is there any kids free? Is there like a 12 and
Kids-
under
yep,
free? Or?
Kids 12 and under are free.
See, so then you got the kids stuff going on. They bring the kids. That's awesome.
Definitely
have
sounds like a
4
family
I was gonna
event.
say, don't
Yeah.
we have,
Yeah, we have 4 bounce houses.
This
so
time.
there's a lot for the kids to do. Face painter.
I was gonna say,
So
Got it.
so there's something for everyone.
Sounds like you got all grounds covered.
We're trying. Volunteers help.
we just need more volunteers.
Got it.
It just takes time to grow it.
That's
But
what we talk about.
Well, it's
We're-
growing so fast, but again, the volunteers, it's tough.
the
Yeah.
car committee is, we're all here to help.
It doesn't happen overnight. We know that,
Yeah.
but
And
we
just to let you know that, just speaking of car shows and that, there's going to be a car show here every month starting May 20th, even though it's going to be after. But if you want to come out and start promoting the October show and that type of thing, it'll be right here at Cook's Classics. Right.
Yeah,
at
we're just doing
the-
a cruise in, just to hanging out. That's
Yeah,
all.
it's nothing great. Just car people hanging out and talking about cars,
Barbecuing
doing a
and just
podcast
talking,
probably and that. But come on out and get a few others out here, and you could talk
You can
about the show.
promote what you guys got going on.
Yeah, the first one is actually my birthday, but we'll be in Kentucky. We're going to Beatersville in Kentucky, but we'll be at the other ones.
Got it.
You're gonna sleep your car here, and we'll just put it out there for you.
Yeah. So, May 20th is your birthday?
Yep.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. So, are you a Taurus then?
Yep.
Yeah, so am I. Wow, maybe that's what the
Yeah, that's the
whole
car.
thing is. And then the whole Unionville thing, again, with the carpenters.
Thumb
and that.
Billy, I told you.
Yeah, Thumb Billy, yeah, right. But
Now
that's
we're seeing
awesome.
where the problem started.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. No, but it's
So-
awesome that Bill hosts these podcasts at the Bill's Cooks Classics and have people like you on, and it just is
Yeah, we
turning out to be
appreciate
an
you
awesome
coming
event.
And a
An
beautiful
awesome,
car.
show.
We're very thankful.
And we'll help any way we can. So
We're very thankful for you guys and the sponsors that we have, and of course, the Vehicle City Vixens.
Yeah.
Fanny, you're my girl.
Yeah. Oh, and I got jumping back real quick to highlight the car and maybe can round off here. But at Autorama, you were going to put this downstairs. You're first
Yep.
time doing it at Autorama. You're going to put it in Extreme, but then you got asked to go up to Chuck Miller's little Cavalcade of Customs. That's pretty awesome that you got asked to be, put your car up there because that's you're talking, Shaboom, Bob
I was gonna
Frizz
say,
and-
remember.
and those guys up there. That's some big hitters, and have your car go up there. That was very cool.
Yeah, we coach youth basketball, so we were going to skip Autorama because we just have way too much going on, and we got that call, and We're like, oh yeah, nope, we got to do that.
Yeah.
There was so much going on between basketball coaching, my health scare, Autorama, like, they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine, let's go. And so we get up really early, we go coach our son's basketball.
Nice.
And then drive, how long was it?
Yeah, we spent maybe an hour at Autorama each day. We didn't get to enjoy it, but we were.
Well, I
at least
got to
there.
see you
And
guys.
We were
you
there
know.
for our kids, we were there for everyone else, and
You were wearing a great dress.
thank
It
you.
was a skirt.
I
No, it
was-
was a dress. It was a
It
dress.
was a dress.
The Dead Pedal Dust Up dress. That's very cool. But no, I'm glad you stopped by, and then glad you got me those skateboards. I was going to say surfboards, skateboards, and that, because I said, well, I'll bring those with me when I come up to the show.
Well, before we sign off here, we want to thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you for
We
having us.
appreciate it. Everybody here at Cooks Classics and Randy, and always got to thank you for helping me all the time. So,
Shiny
And
Horse Promotions.
Next week we got who we got out next week?
It's going to be Rusty Daggett, the flagman for 50 years at Auto City Speedway, and that is retired now. But he's got some hot rods that he keeps in his garage, but Rusty Daggett is going to be the next guest.
All right, we'll see you next week, guys. Thank you.
A special thank you to our friends at the Dead Pedal Dust Up. For more information on this incredible event, to become a vendor, a sponsor, or to donate, visit the-dust-up.com for the information